Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mount Juliet High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC Birthday Ball, commemorating the 249th anniversary of the founding of our Corps. Please silence your cell phones and rise as Sergeant Major Clark delivers the Marine's prayer.
Let us pray. Almighty Father, whose command is over all, and whose love never fails, make me aware of thy presence and obedient to thy will. Keep me true to my best self, guarding me against dishonesty in purpose and in deed. Help me to live so that I can face my fellow Marines, my loved ones, and thee without shame or fear. Protect our families, protect our cadets. Give me the will to do the work of a Marine and to accept my share of responsibilities with vigor and enthusiasm. Grant me the courage to be proficient in my daily performance. Keep me loyal and faithful to my superiors and to the duties that my country and the Marine Corps have entrusted to me. Make me considerate of those committed to my leadership. Help me to wear my uniform with dignity and let it remind me daily of the traditions I must uphold. If I am inclined to doubt, steady my faith. If I am tempted, make me strong to resist. If I should miss the mark, give me the courage to try again. Guide me with the light of truth and grant me wisdom by which I may understand the answer to my prayer. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Senior Marine Instructor for Mount Juliet Marine Corps, JROTC, Major Antilli.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Major Antilli, Senior Marine Instructor here at Mount Juliet High School. Before I begin, a little explanation is in order. Sorry about these things. Got some major medical eye issues going on, so they are doctor's orders and not an attempt to look even cooler than I already do. So sorry about that. With that, district board members, faculty, staff, administrators, service members, veteran service organizations, family, friends, cadets, and former cadets, I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight and for your tremendous support, without which we would not be as successful as we are with the things that we do here at Mount Juliet High School. The ceremony you're about to witness tonight is the same ceremony celebrated by the Marine Corps around the world, typically through the month of November, commemorating the 249th birthday of the United States Marine Corps on November 10th, 1775. And I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work that has gone into this ceremony that you're about to see from the cadets and especially Sergeant Major Clark, who have spent literally months preparing for this event. So if I could, please give them all a round of applause right now. With that, again, I want to thank you all for coming and celebrating with us, and I will turn it over to the cadets to continue running the program. Thank you.
As you entered this banquet hall, you may have noticed that before us tonight stands an empty chair and a single lone table draped in black, signifying all of our fallen comrades who could not be here with us tonight, because they have given the full measure of devotion to our country and to our beloved Corps. The single lighted candle reminds us of the flame of eternal life and that the memory of our fallen comrades will be with us always. The Purple Heart Medal is displayed to reflect the shedding of blood and the ebb of life in battle. The identification tags are blank, yet they could bear the name of any of us here tonight. Only a few Americans choose the dangerous and necessary work of fighting our nation's enemies. As a consequence of that choice, some have paid the ultimate price, joining the honor roll of heroes who built the noble legacy of our Corps. For those of us who carry on that legacy, it is our obligation to honor those fallen Marines. As Marines gather in celebration of our history, we gather in the shadows of greatness. Though our fallen can no longer be with us in our traditions, they will always be a part of who we are. Please rise for a moment of silence for our fallen comrades. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, a video message from the Commandant and Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps.
From building 1 Echo, move 10 meters to the northeast. Call contact on 3. Looks like vehicle.
We will cut our enemies down in droves. Our fires will be the substance of their nightmares. We will protect our brothers and sisters. The fields of the dead will serve as evidence of our passing.
I like Marine infantry, and I like the way they fought. They had shoes that none of you had. Didn't have proper shoes on and didn't have any shirts or anything. What do you expect troops are going to do at 30 below zero? Now, I was used to it, where you had kids in there that couldn't.
The Marine Corps is a force like no other. We have no peer. Our resilience is as unbreakable as our spirit. Because of this, we can endure any adversity. When faced with impossible challenges, we overcome and destroy any enemy in our path.
Our success in Fallujah was the individual Marine behind his personal weapon, but it was the Marine Rifle Squad and all the components of support that backed that squad leader and his squad. That was the secret weapon. You know, we talk about superpower weapons, all the capabilities of the nation. A rifle squad of Marine is the most fearsome weapon on the planet Earth.
We're the only organization that at the core, we ensure that first and foremost, our Marines are trained to be warfighters. We provide those Marines the fundamentals needed to be adaptable. And if they're adaptable, they're resilient. If they're resilient, they can problem solve. And if they can problem solve, they're gonna be able to make the mission.
From the challenges of boot camp to battlefields anywhere in the world, our Marines persevere and win because no matter where they're from, they possess the courage and determination to overcome any obstacle. Our non-commissioned officers, the backbone of our Corps, make decisions and lead from the front with ruthless efficiency.
The squad leader that I had across the 3 squads in Afghanistan they were brilliant, just very different people. But when it came to understanding the environment, understanding our equipment, and understanding the enemy, being able to adapt requires awareness.
In every battle we fought, the key has been decisive leadership carried out by our junior Marines. They are the difference makers, willing to walk point, be first through the door, and if necessary, make the ultimate sacrifice for their brothers and sisters.
When you're in a bad situation, the only thing you are allowed or permitted to do is to determine how you're going to fight your way out of that situation or scenario. You have mentally prepared yourself for these things, and then they happen, and then they're difficult, but you're able to navigate through them because you are trained professional warfighter.
As the world changes, we are changing with it. We are equipping our forces with cutting-edge technology, while also embracing our heritage, which shows us war will never change. America will always need Marines willing to fix bayonets and charge the enemy.
We're identifying what we think the next fight is going to look like. That's, a force design and where we're moving. And it is very distributed in nature, to say the least. And at the entry level, teaching to think at a different level, to receive inputs, and to process different types of technology only supports what they're going to do in 2-3 years when they are that corporal.
The Marine Air Ground Task Force is the tip of America's spear. Adaptable to any situation, the MAGTF is ready to support our allies and destroy our enemies anywhere in the world. Our Marine Expeditionary Units stand forward deployed as a naval response force. Always on call, in war and in peace.
These were special people. They're incredible people. I'm just thankful that for a moment I got to know so many incredible heroes.
You always want another second, another minute, another hug. But, when the time comes and they're gone, that's it. So what you've said, what you've done, who you were, that's what they're gonna remember.
The fallen didn't make that sacrifice for us to sit around and be sad all day. They made that sacrifice with the expectation that we would live in the fullest manner possible.
Do what you need to do to get back into the fight and know that the community is there, the brothers are there, the sisters are there, like everybody is there to, to keep the fight going, to keep pushing the fight, because inevitably, we need everybody to be operational. We need, that team to come back together and continue the mission, because you lose a teammate and you still have to keep fighting.
The enemies of the nation. We're the finest fighting force on the face of the earth. We've proven it. Coming up on 2.5 centuries.
Because you cannot beat that which will not stop.
I have 35 of the most savage human beings on earth. We are a bunch of rabid dogs.
We will continue to be the most elite ground fighting force that there is. And I think that we continue this extreme sense for violence of action. These Marines are going to continue to pave the way for our military.
Be ready, because if you're not ready, the Marine Corps is just going to do what they do best, win our nation's battles.
For 249 years, Marines have distinguished themselves not just by their valor, but by their readiness to confront the challenges that lie ahead, no matter how daunting those challenges might be.
The next fight is on the horizon, and it will demand everything we have. Our reputation as warriors is not just a relic of our past, but a living testament to our nature. Our spirit is one of relentless pursuit, unmatched violence, and a steadfast will to win.
Marines, our heritage is one of victory through superior might and unyielding perseverance. As we honor that heritage and our rich legacy today, we must also reaffirm our commitment to our nation, our families,
and the Marines to our left and right. We will remain vigilant, and every Marine will be prepared to fight and win, no matter the cost.
Happy birthday, Marines, and Semper Fidelis.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entry of the official party and the guest of honor, and remain standing for the march on of the colors, the singing of our national anthem, and the entry of the traditional birthday cake.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. On November 1st, 1921, John A. Lejeune, 13th Commandant of the Marine Corps, directed that a reminder of the honorable service of the Corps be published by every command to all Marines throughout the globe on the birthday of the Corps. Since that day, the men and women of our Corps have continued to distinguish themselves on many battlefields and foreign shores in war and peace. On this birthday of the Corps, therefore, in recognition with the will of the 13th Commandant, a reminder of the Corps' honorable service is published as follows.
On November 10th, 1775, a Corps of Marines was created by a resolution of Continental Congress. Since that date, many thousand men have borne the name Marine. In memory of them, it is fitting that we who are Marines should commemorate the birthday of our Corps by calling to mind the glories of its long and illustrious history. The record of our Corps is one which will bear comparison with that of the most famous military organizations in the world's history. During 90 of the first 146 years of its existence, the Marine Corps has been in action against the nation's foes. From the Battle of Trenton to the Argonne, Marines have won foremost honors in war and in the long eras of tranquility at home. Generation after generation of Marines have grown gray in war in both hemispheres and in every corner of the 7 seas that our country and its citizens might enjoy peace and security. In every battle and skirmish since the birth of our Corps, Marines have acquitted themselves with the greatest distinction, winning new honors on each occasion until the term Marine has come to signify all that is highest in military efficiency and soldierly virtue. This high enemy distinction and soldierly repute we who are Marines today have received from those who have preceded us in the Corps. With it, we have also received from them the eternal spirit which has animated our Corps from generation to generation and has been the distinguishing mark of the Marines in every age. So long as that spirit continues to flourish, Marines will be found equal to every emergency in the future as they have been in the past, and the men of our nation will regard us as worthy successors to the long line of illustrious men who have served as soldiers of the sea since the founding of the Corps.
The timeless message of our 13th Commandant has left its mark in the hearts and minds of all Marines, past and present. By deed and act, from Bellawood to the Argonne, from Guadalcanal to Iwo Jima, from Incheon to the Korean Armistice, from the hard fights in Vietnam to Desert Shield, Desert Storm, to the century's longest wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and in hundreds of other places where Marines have continued to distinguish themselves. Marines have continued to epitomize those qualities, which are their legacy. The success which the men and women who have earned the title Marine have achieved in combat, and the faith they have borne in peace will endure forever. The Commandant and our many friends have added their hearty praise and congratulations on this, our 249th birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, it is customary at Marine Corps birthday celebrations worldwide for Marines to cut a traditional cake in celebration of the birth of our illustrious Corps. It is tradition to offer the first piece of cake to the guest of honor as a sign of respect and to recognize their contribution to our JROTC program and to the Marine Corps. The next piece is given to the oldest and youngest cadet in their ceremony, symbolizing the experience and the youthful spirit that is the hallmark of our Corps. The oldest cadet in the ceremony is Cadet 2nd Lieutenant Carson Way. He was born October 27, 2006. The passing of cake from the oldest cadet to the youngest cadet symbolizes the passing of history and traditions to the next generation. The youngest cadet in the ceremony is Cadet Private First Class Madeline Pike. She was born July 19, 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the retiring of the colors and the march off of the official party, and remain standing for the playing of the Marines hymn. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the commanding officer of Mount Gilead High School, Marine Corps, JROTC, Cadet Captain Ami Anokamar.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cadet Captain Ami Anokamar, and I'm this year's Cadet Company Commander. Before I begin, I would like to ask all active duty or retired military, first responders, teachers, or public officials to please stand as we honor your remarkable service to our community and country. I thank you all for joining us this evening as we commemorate the 249th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. I'd like to wish all the Marines in the room today happy birthday. This is your day, and I speak for the entire Cadet Corps in expressing our gratitude to your service. November 10th, 1775 marks the birthday of the Marine Corps, and we have gathered here today to not just celebrate its birthday, but also to honor 2.5 centuries of dedication, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to duty. As cadets in our JROTC program, we look up to the Marine Corps for inspiration. The values of honor, courage, and commitment that define the Marine Corps are the same values we strive to live by each day. The legacy of the Marine Corps is not just of battles fought and won. It is a legacy of brotherhood and sisterhood, of standing shoulder to shoulder with those you trust your life with. It is a legacy that has helped shape this nation, one that reminds us that freedom isn't free, rather it requires a dedicated few to safeguard it for the many. We also acknowledge the sacrifices made by Marines past and present, who have ensured that the torch of freedom continues to burn brightly. Whether we choose to follow their path in the future or to forge our own, we carry with us the lessons we have learned in this Marine Corps Junior ROTC program. To the parents, guardians, and friends here today, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your support of our program. Whether it may be driving cadets to early practices, attending our events, or backing every step of your cadets' journey, it is truly appreciated and your role in this program's success is invaluable. To Mount Juliet High School and its administrators, we have so much appreciation for your continuous support of JROTC. From providing resources to encouraging our efforts, you all have empowered this program to flourish. To Sergeant Major Clark and Major Antilli, a simple thank you falls short of our gratitude. Your dedication to teach and guide us, despite challenges, will always leave a lasting impact. The memories, lessons, and growth you both have fostered in us are life-changing and will always shape us forever. To our cadet staff members, thank you for your vision and commitment. Your relentless energy to improve our program, mentor, and lead your peers is truly inspiring. To all the underclassmen in the program, make most of the time you have left in high school. Embrace every opportunity here, both in the classroom and beyond. Every challenge you take on, every skill you learn, and every bond you build will shape you into a stronger leader. Take pride in your growth, support each other, and know that you are the future of this program. Keep pushing forward, and remember, your journey here is just the beginning. My fellow seniors, as we enter our final stretch of our time in JROTC, remember the legacy we are leaving behind. We've all grown into leaders, role models, and mentors for those following in our footsteps. Let us recognize our accomplishments, stay committed to lifting others up, and share what we've learned and give back to this program that shaped us. Let's make these moments count and continue to be the best version of ourselves in the years that follow. Now, without further ado, let us honor and carry forward 249 years of proud tradition as we celebrate the United States Marine Corps Birthday Ball this evening. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our guest of honor. Thomas Hollinger served in the Marine Corps JROTC program here at Mount Juliet High School. He graduated in 2019 after serving on the marksmanship team, physical training team, and drill team. He served in several billets during his time in the program, including Battalion Sergeant Major and in his senior year as a Cadet Battalion Executive Officer. Upon graduation, he enlisted into the United States Marine Corps, where he served 5 years as a precision measurement equipment technician at Cherry Point, North Carolina. He is currently serving in the Marine Corps Reserves and has been hired by Cross Precision Measurement as a precision measurement equipment technician. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for our guest of honor, Thomas Hollinger.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight, and I want to thank the people who made this all happen. Major Antilli, Sergeant Major Clark, thank you for putting on this with the cadets, and I want to thank all of the service members, active and past, here tonight. As a Corporal of Marines, it was my job to both mentor, train, and develop junior Marines underneath me. One of my favorite lessons to teach was changing your perspective. Many of us go through life and we will all face problems. Now, how you interpret those problems will change the rest of your life. You can see that wall up in front of you and be daunted by it. But if you start changing your perspective of, this is a new challenge, I get to prove myself, you'll go further. It starts making things look a lot less scary and a lot more rewarding. So I want to remind each and every one here tonight, look at your problems and make them opportunities. One of my favorite ways to teach this to my Marines was during field day, where we would clean the shop, floor to ceiling. Now, if a Marine walks into a shop, he's going to look at the tables, and he's going to look at the tabletops, and he's going to say, I'm going to have to wipe those down. But give that Marine a step stool or a chair. Now he's in an elevated position. He's going to see the tops of the lights. He's going to see things he's never thought of before. Now if he crawls on the ground, he's going to see underneath the tables. He's going to find new things. So in your daily life, change your perspective. Look outside the box a little bit. You'll find things you've never thought of and new ways to to approach the situation. Thank you.
As a small token of our appreciation, we would like to present the guest of honor with a gift from the cadets of our Marine Corps JROTC program. We would also like to recognize our Wilson County faculty members, our Mount Juliet High School faculty members, local law enforcement, first responders, military recruiters, and veterans. Thank you for attending this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as our cadets sing the Marines hymn. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land, and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. Our flags unfurled to every breeze, from dawn to setting sun. We have fought in every clime and place where we could take a gun. In the snow of far-off northern lands and in sunny tropic scenes, you will find us always on the jump, the United States Marines. Here's health to you and to our Corps, which we are proud to serve. In many a strife we fought for life and never lost our nerve. If the Army and the Navy ever looked on heaven's scenes, they will find the streets are guarded by United States Marines. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, Sergeant Major Clark will deliver our closing remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, although this concludes the formal ceremony, we are encouraging everyone, families, friends, cadets, to remain on hand and socialize, dance, enjoy each other's company, build camaraderie and esprit de corps. We're going to take a quick, short 15-minute break to celebrate with birthday cake and drinks that'll be served at the back of the ballroom. We've got a photo opportunity at the back of the ballroom. Afterward, all cadets are to report to the dance floor in order to make complete fools of yourselves. Please, no wardrobe malfunctions this year. We are very grateful and we thank you for being part of this special evening. May God bless the United States of America and success to her Marines. Happy 249th birthday, Marines. Happy 249th birthday, cadets. Kick it.